Hi, I'm Leon and I work for Here to Listen. Here to Listen are your local NCS provider and have been running NCS for almost 8 years, and I've been working with them for almost 6 years. So the NCS, the National Citizen Service, is a government subsidised programme designed to help young people with things like leadership skills, communication skills and teamwork skills, as well as building self-confidence. So I'm going to pass you over to Chris and he's going to tell you a little bit more about it.
So far, over 600,000 young people have taken part in NCS, and 2 of those people that took part in NCS were actually my sons. Now, it was quite a few years ago where my first son had seen an assembly and he came home and he was talking about something that he wants to get involved in. It only costs £50, and I'll be honest, I was a little bit sceptical, thinking £50 for all of this that you've told me, surely it can't be true. Well, we did receive a phone call, we did all our check-in, and absolutely it was correct. Now, he went on NCS, and this is back in 2015, and had an amazing time, and it built so much confidence in him, and he did go on to achieve things and do things that he never would have done had it not been for NCS. A few years later, my other son also went along. He had a fantastic time, had a completely different experience, made loads of new friends as well. So certainly from one parent to another, I would definitely recommend NCS.
So the opportunity we have for your young person this summer is our 2-week programme. Now, week 1 is fully residential. This will be for 4 nights and 5 days away from home, and the first 2 days they'll be doing things like rock climbing, raft building, kayaking, and that's just to name a few. But don't worry, they do come along as young adults. If there's any outdoor activities they don't want to get involved in, they won't have to do them. So the final 3 days of this week is all about developing skills for life. We've got plenty of workshops for them to get involved in, and some of them are business enterprise, driver safety awareness, and we're even going to get every young person trained in emergency first aid. They'll finish on the Friday, get dropped back home for the weekend, and be straight back in for week 2, and Rasheen's going to tell you all about that.
So after their first week of activities, they will rejoin their team for week 2. This will be non-residential at a local site, Monday to Friday. This week is all about being the change in their local community. This will give them a chance to plan and deliver a small community project which will give back to their local area. A few examples are care packages for the homeless, working with local food banks, and a team even wanted to save the bees and improve their biodiversity in their local area.
So once they've completed their social action project, they've gone out and made a difference in their local community, we then invite them to get back together to celebrate their success. We host a really nice graduation event where they will get to come up on stage and collect their certificate. Now, the certificate they do receive is recognised by UCAS, so for those of them that are looking to go to university, this is something they can add to their application, but it also looks great on their CV. And in terms of what they can evidence after taking part in NCS, things like teamwork, leadership skills, communication is all something that they can talk about in interviews and evidence on application forms.
So how much does it cost? So for each space on the NCS it is worth up to £1,200. However, you don't have to pay anything more than just £50. And if you do get any bursaries like free school meals, pupil premium or anything like that, it can be even cheaper than that too.
So as you can see on screen now, here are the start dates for our programme. So the programme will run for 2 consecutive weeks from any of those dates. So make sure you talk to your mates, find out what dates they can do, and then once you're happy with those dates, we can get you booked on.
So, just to recap, the NCS is a 2-week experience in your summer holidays this year. Now, the first week is 4 nights and 5 days away from home, with the first 2 days being all about outdoor activities. The final 3 will be all about building skills for life, and you'll be home for the weekend and straight back in for week 2. Now, week 2 is 5 days, is non-residential, and this is where you get to be the change in your local community. So now, we've got a video that will show you just what your NCS experience could look like.
how do they get booked onto our NCS program? So if you head over to wearencs.com, go to that website and then put in your young person's name, contact details and school, and then it will come up with the dates that we have available. So get your young person booked on one of those dates, and then you'll get a call from either myself, Jack, Leon or Roisin in the office. We'll talk you through the program, see if you have any further questions. If you have got more questions right now and you're not in a position where you think, I'm ready to get booked on, I just need to know a few more things, you can either head to our NCS website where it's got some frequently asked questions. Alternatively, you can give us a call. Our phone number is 01767 319 505. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the presentation today, and we're hoping to meet your young person this summer on NCS.